now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Marketing Mic Check. My name is Kenny Harper. I'm the current president of the Jacksonville chapter of the American Marketing Association, and I have some awesome guests with me. Today, we're talking about tips to leverage PR, or tips to leverage public relations. We're going to be talking about ways to leverage public relations and share some ideas and have a conversation about it. It should be fun. It should be cool. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce my guests today. I'm going to give them each a moment to actually introduce themselves, but I'll start with ladies first. It's Lindsey Hrabik, correct?
Hrabik, yep.
Hrabik.
It's a hard one.
It's a 50-50 shot.
You really did.
Is the H completely silent?
Completely silent. Yep, it's check.
I have an H in my last name, but it is actually pronounced.
It's not Harper. No.
So Lindsey, if you could introduce yourself, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, like he said, my name is Lindsey Hrabik. Coming at you today from Lincoln, Nebraska. I am managing editor of a publication, online blog, and magazine called Nonprofit Hub. Our main goal is helping educate nonprofit organizations. And so I deal a lot with content marketing. I'm also on the board of the Lincoln American Marketing Association, in charge of a national nonprofit conference. So I do a lot with marketing and PR in my job, and that's a little bit about me.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, Mr. Clint Arthur, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey everybody, I'm Clint Arthur. I am the reigning GKIC Information Marketer of the Year. Thank you very much. I earned that because I have created a mathematical formula for how anybody can get on TV anytime they want for free. I personally have booked myself on 67 television appearances, and I was just on HLN's HLN show a couple weeks ago. I was on Fox Business Network last week. My students, more importantly, have booked themselves on more than 2,424 television appearances that I'm aware of, using my mathematical formula for getting on TV anytime you want for free. And that's what it's all about. I'm a major disciple of Dan Kennedy. I really believe that the most important thing, and this is what Dan said one time at Super Conference, and I wrote it down, and my entire business is based on this. The most important thing that any entrepreneur can do for their career is to raise their status compared to their customers, prospects, and competition. And that's why I'm so focused on TV, and that's why I encourage all my clients to just get on as much TV as possible and become the biggest celebrity you can become.
Super cool, Clint. You are a rock star in my book. I connected with you briefly recently, but before we get into conversating further, actually, I'll let our fourth guest introduce himself. And Mr. Manny Torres, if you can give a moment to introduce yourself, that would be great.
Sure. Hi, I'm Manny Torres with Rock My Image. I'm business partners with Kenny, so I'll let him tell you a little bit more about Rock My Image later. But I am the creative director there. I'm also the president of a local BNI chapter. And for those of you who are not familiar with that, that's Business Network International. So we help different business owners build their business through referral networking.
Excellent. I see Mr. Sales Guru Bob Zinser is on with us. Hi, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
And so excellent. So everyone had a moment, just a little moment to say, I'm the current president of the Jacksonville chapter of the American Marketing Association. Actually kicked off this plab with the idea that I wanted to connect with other AMA members and leaders around the world, as well as other marketers, entrepreneurs, and people of that nature. So that is the premise. One thing I'm aiming to do, this is relatively new structure for me. One thing I'm aiming to do is kind of talk a little bit more general initially. So if there's new people watching it, they can maybe get a takeaway early on, and then getting into more specifics a little bit later in the program. So Clint, you're, as I was saying a moment ago before I started introducing Mr. Manny, you're awesome rock star. I know we met briefly in South Charleston, South Carolina at the Advantage Business Conference, and you have a lot of great information. My company, Rock My Image, we are subscribing to that whole belief. We started off with that idea of, rocking your image, becoming the rock star professional, and really elevating your personal brand. You obviously have got this down to a science. You're leveraging TV. You have the calculation. So we're talking about PR and ways it could benefit organizations. So I know you can't school everybody everything on PR, but some basic tips for people who are getting started or ideas for organization to leverage PR, anything of that nature to throw out there.
Okay, so the thing to understand is that PR is like a pair of scissors. And you want to be able to use these scissors to do all kinds of things. And you don't just use the scissors when there is, like when you're in a battle, you're not going to grab the scissors to fight the battle and think that you're going to be able to kill the giant monster with the pair of scissors. However, if you fight and kill lots of little monsters with the pair of scissors, maybe one day you could kill a giant monster with a pair of scissors. And that's my whole philosophy, is that PR is not something that, like, I have people calling me up, out of the GKIC world, wanting to do consultations, which I don't do, about, oh, this great event is happening in my industry, and I think this is a perfect time to get some PR, to get some press coverage for what I'm doing, because I can talk about this great big event. You know what? There's a million people who could talk about that great big event, who have paid their dues, who've been on 50, 100 television shows and know what they're doing, and they're good experts about being on TV, not just about how to be an accountant, not just about how to be a baker or whatever your job may be. There's all kinds of people who are out there, and they are committed to and disciplined and working on getting PR and getting their message out all the time, not just when the big event happens, because the time to fight with the scissors is not in the big event. The time to learn how to fight with these scissors is every single day, so that when that big event comes, you're the right person to go up there and slay Goliath with the little weapon.
Excellent. So it's kind of like getting into the philosophy of, or lifestyle change, almost like dieting. You can't just go on a binge diet and lose a lot of weight. You've got to really change the lifestyle. So that's kind of what I took out of that. And PR is a weapon. PR is a weapon. You could call it a wheel. There's all different elements. Some people say it's the spokes in the marketing wheel. I say it's a weapon in your marketing arsenal. And there's a lot of different weapons. One of the weapons is what you say, what comes out of your mouth. That's really important. Another weapon is what you write, what you put down on paper or on the internet. That's a weapon. Then another weapon is, how do you do on video? And being on video is facilitated by being on TV news and talk show interviews, the highest form of video. And it's another weapon in your overall marketing war chest. You did give me a throwback a moment ago with the scissors. If you ever watched wrestling,
yeah,
WWF, good old Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Oh yeah, Brutus the Barber.
Yeah, the little shears. So thank you very much, Lindsey. I also noticed you're a musician as well, correct?
Yeah, yep. I do that for fun on the side. So, yep. Open nights and stuff like that.
I'm curious. You should probably see a lot of different ways that people are doing PR between the music land and also the nonprofit center.
Definitely do. And just coming back to what Clint was saying, based off of I mean, PR, think about what it means, relations, public relations. You're building a relationship over time. It's not something that you can just do every now and then. You wouldn't do that with a friend. You wouldn't do that with a significant other. It's going to take time, and it's going to take persistence. So I just wanted to throw that in there. But yeah, there's definitely so many different ways. And I think something that remains constant no matter what kind of PR you're pitching out there is the aspect of storytelling and making sure that you are engaging your audience. You have to make it matter for them. It may mean a whole lot to you, but you have to find the angle that makes them care about what you're saying. And that can be difficult for people who have never done PR before. They know why they care, but they need to know why their audience should care. So,
Manny, care to weigh in on the subject?
Yeah, I want to just kind of piggyback on what Clint said about, paying your dues and starting small. Part of that is actually identifying the opportunities. One thing I try and mention with members of our chapter is to look at all the different opportunities there are to really get out and get that visibility for yourself, whether it's in local newspapers or interviews and things like that, to identify all the ones that are available and take advantage of those when they come around. So as Clint was mentioning, it's not something that you do once a year. It's something that you make a habit and really try and leverage that as much as you can. And then, being someone that works in branding, making sure that the message is consistent and that what you're saying really speaks to your values.
So we have two different events that are coming up that are really cool. And Lindsey, you have Cause Camp coming up. That is around the corner. When is that, and what is it?
Yeah.
411.
So that's my life right now, is planning Cause Camp. It is next week, next Thursday and Friday in Lincoln, Nebraska. But the cool thing is that we are streaming it online. So anywhere with Wi-Fi, you can tune in. And we have a really cool URL. It's cause.camp. You can have .camp URLs now. So if you go to cause.camp, you can see the list of speakers. It is a conference for nonprofits to help them do more good in the world. Anything that could help them be better at fundraising, be better at marketing, be better at PR, social media, we cover, and we bring in speakers to come talk about that. So anywhere in the world you can tune in, and yeah, we're looking forward to it.
So that is definitely something I thought was really cool. It's happening more often. Obviously, if you can go to the event, it's going to be better. But if you can't, logistically, for whatever reason, being able to get the stream, participate in some way, and still contribute is awesome. I'll definitely be sharing that.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling us a little bit more about that. Clint, you're also involved in an awesome event that is coming up right around the corner. Later this month, you're coming to good old Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, I'm really excited, man. I haven't been to Jacksonville, but I'm really excited to go. And it's going to be the GKIC Super Conference. Dan Kennedy will be speaking all weekend. I'll be speaking. Lisa Sasevich, who's one of my students and one of my mentors, she'll be there speaking on the main stage. I've got a breakout for anybody who wants to find out about how to raise their status using TV and other means. I'm particularly enamored these days of speaking at prestigious locations. Like, speaking is another amazing way to put yourself out there and raise your status. And I've put together some very interesting ways to make that happen for authors, speakers, coaches, entrepreneurs, anybody who wants to raise their status. And you know what's really funny? I saw a guy, he said he was speaking in the Bahamas, right? So I sent him a message on Facebook Messenger and said, do you want to come speak at Harvard? And he texted me back and he goes, yeah, my fee is $5,000 plus expenses. And you know what's really interesting is that, like, I've been playing this speaker game for a while, and being a speaker is part of public relations. First of all, you need to know how to be a good speaker to get your message out. And then being a speaker in front of the public is a way to relate to the public. So when this guy told me that his fee was $5,000 plus expenses, I fired back at him, well, based on your fee, it appears that you're either a new speaker or not a highly demanded speaker. Isn't that interesting? Like, a $5,000 1-hour speaking fee immediately telegraphs to me that he's not experienced or he's not good. So interesting. And that's a whole part of marketing, is pricing and knowing how to price so that you're perceived to be quality. But that's part of what I'm going to be talking about at GKIC Super Conference. That's going to be the 28th, 29th, 30th of April. I think the bonus day is Sunday the 1st. And that's going to be in Jacksonville, and it's going to be an amazing thing. My whole entrepreneurial career transformed when I attended my first GKIC Super Conference way back in 2010 or 2011. And I would encourage anybody who's an entrepreneur of any kind of entrepreneur, whether you have brick and mortar, internet, you're a solopreneur, whatever you may be, going to the GKIC Super Conference is an eye-opening experience full of entrepreneurs, and it's really important to associate and hang out with other like-minded entrepreneurs so you get the excitement juice and just be with people who understand what it's really all about.
I'm stoked. You know, I was amazed they were coming to Jacksonville. I was like, are they really coming to Jacksonville? And they are coming to Jacksonville, and I'm excited. So I've got my ticket. I'm going to be there. Mr. Manny Torres, he's going to be there. Lindsey, maybe.
Just learning about it, but maybe.
Do you know, Clint, if they're doing any sort of streaming? I know obviously they're not streaming the whole thing, but do you know if there's any sort of planned stream of anything?
Sometimes what they'll do is they'll stream like one of their sales presentations for one of their products that they're selling, but they don't usually stream the whole thing. No.
I'm going to attempt to try to do a little bit of periscoping or something here and there to try to share some tidbits, maybe get a few moments with some really cool people, Mr. Clint, wink, wink, to share a few insights and just promote their message onto other people in Jacksonville, other people that we're connected to. Really a fan of your thoughts, your leadership. I'm excited to go to your session. Do you happen to know when your session is? I didn't
yeah, I do. It's Friday at 4:45.
Well, that's a definite easy thing for me to do. So I've got 2 kids. They're both young. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make the Sunday session, but I've got Friday down, so I'm definitely going to be there.
Good.
Manny, anything you want to promote?
For Jacksonville local businesses that are looking to grow, we have a BNI weekly meeting that's at Deerwood Country Club. It's Thursday, so if you're interested in that, you can check us out, bninefl.com.
Cool. So I'm excited to announce Rock My Image is releasing our first book. Woohoo! It's taken a little bit of time, but we're kicking off our first book in the next month, and we're releasing that, and we're giving away some free copies on our website. So we'll be sharing the link. I think we actually have it up there, don't we, man? Yeah, I can do. Yes. Put the link up here. So we have a few minutes left. We could have general discussion.
There was a question from Jen. She was asking Clint if you could give a quick overview of your formula for TV interviews.
Okay. So can I type it in the chat? Is there anywhere do you guys have a chat where I could type in the formula?
Yeah, it should be on the bottom right there where it says send a message.
Send a message. Okay, here's the formula. H to the X plus C to the X plus P plus D plus AC plus TA slash F equals TV. Okay, there's the formula. As you can see, it's mathematics. It's you put certain things together and you get on TV. So H to the X, hooks. You have to have hooks. There are all kinds of different hooks. The most important hooks for local TV is you want to know, why are they putting you on TV in Jacksonville, and why are they putting you on TV in Jacksonville next Tuesday? Those are the 2 most important hooks and questions you need to answer. C to the X, celebrities. You got to have celebrities in this. Television is obsessed with celebrities. In case you haven't noticed it, all of America and pretty much all the Western world is obsessed with celebrities. And if you want to be on TV, you have to include celebrities in what you're talking about. P is props. D is a demonstration. A, C is, that should be a plus AC, by the way. Plus AC, which is an appropriate costume. Like if you're a fireman, you're solid gold, just wear your fireman costume. And then TA/F equals takeaway or a formula. What's in it for the audience? Like I just put a formula right there, and that's the takeaway for you guys. That's the formula for how you get on TV. You put all those things into a proposal, and producers cannot resist. How's that?
Awesome.
Flipping awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Flipping awesome. I see there was a question for how to register. I see there is a link for GKIC Super Conference that has been shared. I don't see any other questions popping in. Again, we have right now, this is a new lab session I'm getting off the ground. This is actually the second one that I've got going on. And I'm going to be hosting it on the AMA website and promoting it as well. Building that audience one subscriber at a time. Lindsey, I'm curious to know, just getting out of the business world for a quick second, what type of music do you play?
A lot of, I don't know how to singer-songwriter stuff. I don't have a band or anything. I just play either with a keyboard or a guitar. And yeah, it's pretty mellow, but not in a punk band or anything. Yeah. Yep, but I have fun doing that in addition to writing for my other job. So
Sweet.
yeah.
Clint, when do you come into Jacksonville?
I'm driving up from Fort Lauderdale on Tuesday, the 26th, I think it is.
Okay, so you're going to be there pretty much for the duration.
I'm there for the whole time.
So my office is not actually far from the location. We're like 10 minutes from where they're hosting it, which is really amazingly awesome. Mind blown. And also know, have you been to Jacksonville before?
No.
No. Okay. I think I recall you saying that now. But so I know a lot of cool places in Jacksonville. We'll be glad to show you around or give you some insights to some cool places for Jacksonville to check out while you're there.
Right on. I see there's a question about knowing celebrities. You don't have to know any celebrities to be on TV. You just have to talk about celebrities. You don't have to bring any celebrities. You know the best way? Here's the best way to bring a celebrity with you on TV. This is the best. So I have a client who starred in a movie with Elvis Presley. And Elvis Presley said to her, "Honey, every time I go on stage, I get them butterflies in my stomach. That just means you're live." Now, what I just did right there is the best way to put a celebrity in your segment. I did a celebrity impression. That's pure showbiz. That's what they want on TV. They want showbiz on TV. And if you can have a celebrity with you, inside you, if you can personify a celebrity, oh, baby, that's the best way of all, really. And as you can see, it doesn't have to be a great impression. It just has to be some kind of impression. And they love it. I mean, it's just pure showbiz because you're acting, you're performing, you've got a celebrity there, you're getting them, you get to hear the celebrity, you can put all kinds of stuff of celebrity in there. The best way to use celebrities on TV is with a celebrity impersonation.
My takeaway is put a celebrity inside yourself. No. Hey guys, there's these little hands. I've only got one. Anyone want to show me some love? There you go. Damn, Jen, you're going crazy. And let's give everyone some love. Let's make this a big weird love fest at the end of our class session. Goodness, you can't love yourself on here. Maybe that's a good thing. So I'm in too much. Well, we've got 5 minutes left. Are there any call to actions? Anything else that you'd like to promote that is coming up? Either it's for your group, for your personal business, for your personal life, whatever you have. I don't see a lot of questions coming in. I do see one every time you work on it. Oh yes, I do impressions in front of an audience. When I do have people, I do that. Thanks, Mr. Bob.
Yeah,
So
I did one.
last call to
I did one
actions?
on Fox Business Network the other day. I did my Donald Trump impersonation. I was there promoting my new book. My new book is the bomb book for anybody who ever opens their mouth and tries to have impact or influence. It's called 21 Performance Secrets of Donald Trump, and it is. Basically, what I did was I looked at everything that Donald Trump is doing and how he performs, how he uses performance as a speaker and on television to change the world the way he's been changing the world the last couple of months. And man, this book, what's really interesting? I was doing a copywriting training where they have you write out by hand the headlines from 299 famous direct response ads. And after I did that, I wrote this book. And my wife was like, wow, what the hell happened to your writing? It's way, way better. My writing was good before, but now it's even better. And this book that I wrote, 21 Performance Secrets of Donald Trump, is awesome. And if you're any kind of business person or even a mom who wants to have more influence over your kids, check this book out on Amazon. It's available on Kindle or on print-on-demand paperback. And it's the best thing I've ever written. And it really is helpful. And this is the impersonation I did on Fox Business last week. When I met Donald Trump in Las Vegas a couple months ago, I said, Mr. Trump, can I get a quick selfie? He said, go ahead. That's my Donald Trump impersonation.
All right, I'm on Amazon. I'll see the link. I'm going to share that right now. I'll share this out again to our chapter here in Jacksonville. I'm trying to see if we can get some people to attend Super Conference. So definitely, I think we'll have some board members and some other people there to attend. Looking forward to that. Lindsey, anything you'd like to give a call to action to, shout out as we're
just Cause Camper if you're a nonprofit marketer, nonprofithub.org for tips on marketing and fundraising and all types of things like that. Yeah, I just appreciate you having me all the way from Nebraska. Have you guys ever been to Nebraska?
No.
No?
I have
Come
not,
on, guys.
but I do.
I've been to Omaha 16 times.
Okay, Omaha. There you go.
My friends own Omaha Steaks.
Oh, those are good friends to have. I might have to talk to you after this.
Theoretically, yeah, but you know what I found? This is very interesting. Tell me if you agree. I found that friends don't do anything for friends in business.
Really?
In business, yeah.
In business. That's probably a good, yeah.
Right? I mean, friends don't help you in business. In fact, I think there's an anti-friend bias in business. People are less likely to help a friend because they don't want to make a mistake and make that mistake because of bad judgment that was influenced by being friends with somebody.
I would agree.
Right? Mm-hmm. Now, that's not to say that people shouldn't like you. If they like you, they're more likely to do business with you, but only if you're not really their friend.
That definitely muddies the water.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Mr. Manny, anything?
I just want to also promote the GKIC. You mentioned Super Conference was one of the biggest changes in your life after you experienced that. I'd say the same for seeing Dan Kennedy at the Authority Marketing workshop that was up in Charleston last fall for us. Dan is a wonderful speaker. He has a lot of great ideas, and highly recommend it for anybody that can make it out to GKIC Super Conference coming up here at the end of the month.
Dan is the greatest speaker. He's been a professional speaker for more than 40 years. And he's been working in the entrepreneurial arena all this time. Could you imagine being an entrepreneur and being an entrepreneurial consultant for more than 40 years, all the exposure to all different things that he's had? And when he speaks, he just says such really smart things and breaks it down simple. And every time I see him, I'm always learning something. It's always worth it to see Dan Kennedy. And one of the things, this is one of the things I've learned from him, is that every time he speaks, tell me if you've heard him say this. He said, I spoke in the arenas for the Peter Lowe's Success Seminars with Donald Trump, General Schwarzkopf, Colin Powell, Barbara Bush, and George Bush, right? You've heard him say that every time he speaks. Now, what I've identified that to be is what I call big money positioning or $1 million positioning. And what is that trying to say? What it's saying is, hey, he's not saying anything except that, oh, I spoke in an arena in front of many, many thousands of people. So he must be an important and smart guy for doing that. Not only did he do that, but he also spoke there in front of George Bush, with George Bush, with Donald Trump, with Colin Powell, with General Schwarzkopf. All these people, these are celebrity attachment. People who don't know anything about marketing, they call that name dropping. That's not name dropping, that's celebrity attachment. That's saying I'm on the same level as those kind of people. And that's what I'm talking about when I say you got to have celebrities in what you're doing. Now, the best way to have celebrities in what you're doing is to say, when I met Donald Trump, how did that change your perception of me? You know how that changed your perception of me. Now, it's the same thing that Dan Kennedy is doing. And this is what, you know, part of my whole status marketing is all about. How can you, as an entrepreneur, as an author, speaker, coach, entrepreneur of any kind, how can you raise your status in the eyes of customers and prospects by attaching to celebrities, the way Dan Kennedy and I both do, and by using Dan's place theory? He talks about how he spoke in arenas. Arenas are a place. It's a very specific place where people go to see a featured performer or act. Sometimes you go see a speaker. Sometimes you go see Donald Trump or Tony Robbins in an arena. In this case, Dan Kennedy was there in the arenas. Well, those are not the only prestigious places you can go. Like, for example, my clients and I spoke at Harvard in December. And, you know, speaking at a prestigious location like Harvard or a major corporation like Google or Apple or Amazon, if you could speak at these places and attach to those places, that is a great way to raise your status. And this is a deliberate, specific technique called status marketing, and that's what I'm going to be talking about at the GKIC Super Conference.
Excellent. Oh man, I forgot to record this. April Fools! I'm just kidding. I did that already, but not today. I got it. Guys, it's been really cool. I'm glad everyone can make it and participate. Clint, thanks for sharing some insights in your calculations. It looks like wizardry. I'm definitely looking forward to sitting in on your session. Lindsey, thank you for joining us. Definitely am going to check out. Really, can you replay that cast? Do you know if that live stream, if you do the 99?
Yep, definitely.
All right, so count me in. We'll coordinate that.
Yeah.
And, Manny, Torres, I'll see you in a minute. All right, guys, have a good.
Thanks, Clint. Thanks,
Thank
Lindsey.
you.
Take care, and I'll be in touch. Cheers.